Cheese.
15-minute exemption.
Hey, check.
Minute. Ginger, she's right there. Kelly, oh, she's right over there.
Okay. You just left it on your chair. On yours specifically.
Hey, pretty lady. What a good spot. Look at you. Thanks for serving to do this. Thank you for asking me. Baby, you're my pick. Kelly, yes.
I thought it was going to be cool.
There's a reason for it. I got 559.
It's now.
Good.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I'd like to call the Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022 meeting of the Canvassing Board for the City of Oldsmar to order. First off, I'd like everybody to join me and rise and recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to just quickly point out, as two of the sitting city council members were in the recent election, we have two alternates up here, qualified electors, Ginger Tedeszewski, as well as Kelly O'Brien, so please thank them for serving up here tonight. With that, I will start with the citizens' open forum. This is the opportunity for anybody to speak for 5 minutes about anything. The city clerk will keep time, so if anybody would like to come up and speak, please address your name and address at the podium. Anybody? Ms. Santosi? One more there.
Good evening, and I'd like to address Felicia Donnelly, the council, and I am Jerry Antosi, 509 Shore Drive East, Oldsmar, Florida. And two things I'd like to bring up. I'd like to congratulate the city on the Oldsmar in Orbit project. It is fantastic, great turnout, and just seeing all the kids coming to this project that's permanent in our parks. And if I go back, you go back to 36 years ago, which is not too long ago, but I used to teach at Oldsmar Elementary, and back then, Ronald Reagan, about that time, was president, and he wanted to initiate kids learning about math and science. So they started a Young Astronaut Club council, and they had chapters, nationally, internationally. And we started one at Oldsmar Elementary, November 25th, 1986. And from that time, the Young Astronaut program went on to Forest Lakes Elementary, so both public schools in town had Young Astronaut clubs. And a lot of kids, this would be an after-school program, and a lot of teachers volunteered their time after school. And in the near future, I have copies, and I'm not gonna read it all, but you couldn't do a program like that if you didn't have your teachers in the school volunteering, your parents volunteering, And at the time that we had the Oldsmar Young Astronaut Club, even the city at that time had a volunteer fire department. And they made a scale model of the space shuttle for the club. But I think at the time too, and I don't know if the fire department still does this, but they used to have some kind of river races. So one year it was a space shuttle. So they kind of had the scale model down to a science, and they made it for the club. And our art teacher, the kids paper mache'd it. The art teacher, Martha Harrington, did the design, and Jean Carpenter, who was a resident at Oldsmar, made the platform for it. So it was home at Oldsmar Elementary School and Forest Lakes, and then it went on down South County within the last 5 years, but it had been in Oldsmar for a long time. So over the years, when we've had the Young Astronaut Club here in Oldsmar, we had special guests, and one of them you might not be aware of, but the parents of astronaut Roger Chaffee wintered at East Lake Woodlands. So even though he lost Roger in the Apollo 1 fire, he always came to our annual aerospace days. We had at least 13 chapters throughout the county in different schools, and we'd have an aerospace day, and he would always come to speak. And one year at Forest Lakes Elementary, let me see what year that was. It was 25 years ago, but it was 1997. We had Wally Funk come. And before I came, I wanted to look it up, but she just went up in a SpaceX. I think it's SpaceX. I get these, as it changes, you have the two billionaires having their program. Yeah. But Wally Funk just went up, and she was in her 80s. But she did come to Oldsmar and speak to the kids. And the other gentleman, he came, but we just lost him. He was over 100 years old, but Henry Bowler came and spoke with the kids, and he is a Tuskegee Airman, and he just passed in the last 6 months and all. So that's the first thing I want to mention. And the second, as part of the Oldsmar Historical Society, our special guest, this presentation at our next meeting is going to be April 9th at the Oldsmar Public Library in Tico Hall at 10 a.m. And I'm going to tell you again in a couple of weeks about the presentation, but there's going to be a special presentation for Gerald Beaverland. I don't know if he's in there.
He's here.
Right behind you.
Oh, I see. I'm not going to say too much at this one, but the one that's 4 or 5 days before. So mark your calendar. It's a special presentation, special music, and light refreshments from 10 to 11 on April 9th, a Saturday. And we're going to honor Gerald Beaverland's going to be honored. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Right on time. Perfect. Sir? If you could just state your name and address for the record, please.
Yes, my name is Harry Fuller. I reside in Tarpon Springs. I am also the recording and financial secretary for the Independent Order of Odd Fellows, Tarpon Springs Lodge number 34. We recently celebrated our 130th anniversary and totally refurbished our lodge. And within our records, we found some historical materials about Tampa Shores, which is now Oldsmar. We found a picture dating back with our Rebecca's Girls Group back in 1927, and we will be working with the Historical Society in terms of possibly setting up a display for the Historical Society. I also found an article going back to 1920 that our lodge, not our lodge, but our group actually had a lodge meeting in this building.
Wow.
So, yes, this was once the home of a secret society. Well, actually, we're not a secret society. We are a society with secrets. The only conspiracy we're involved with is doing good in the community and helping people. So, we will be working with the Historical Society and setting up a display. I just want to let everyone know about that. Okay, everyone have a wonderful evening.
All right, thank you so much. All right, is there anybody else that wishes to speak in the Citizens Open Forum? Anybody? One more, maybe.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Roman Boss. I actually don't live here. I live in Fort Myers, but I'm supporting my family and my wonderful father-in-law, Dan Saraki. And I just want to say one simple thing. Every time I come to Oldsmar, I'm always welcomed with open arms, with all the wonderful citizens, and I always feel blessed to be here and be part of this great community. Amen. God bless you. And remember one thing, fear is only the precursor to ultimate victory and triumph. Hoorah.
All right, thank you. Anybody else wish to speak? Over here in the orange. Tracy.
Such a crowd. I think something's happening. Hi, everybody. I am Tracy Earhart. I live at 220 Corkwood Lane here in Oldsmar. Go Oldsmar. And tonight I am here representing the American Cancer Society and the Relay for Life event. Real quick, this year, because of everything that's happened in the last 3 years, the ACS has not been able to gather everybody together in person. So instead of doing all these multiple events around the communities, we're doing one big county-wide event in Pinellas Park. So Relay for Life is happening, and Oldsmar has always been very gracious to the Relay for Life to participate. So I just want to reach out to the community and everybody here saying it's still happening. We all know somebody that's been touched by cancer, and hopefully everybody will be able to come to the event. It's going to be April 30th. It's a Saturday evening from 5 to 11, well, really 5 to 10, tear down. And it's going to be at the England Brothers Band Shell in Pinellas Park. And that's on Dave McKay Way. So more information to follow, but I just wanted to share that with everybody. And now that it's got a big crowd, hopefully everybody will come. Thank you so much, and I'm excited about tonight. Take care.
Tracy. Speak for the Citizens Open Forum. Anybody? Seeing none, we will close the Citizens Open Forum and move to the first agenda item, which is under the Canvassing Board. Item number 1, adopt a resolution 2022-07 declaring the results of the March 15th, 2022 municipal election for mayor, council seat 2, and 11 charter questions. And with that, I'll turn it over to our city attorney, Tom Trask.
Thank you, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and read this resolution since it's so important in its entirety. Resolution 2022-07, a resolution of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, declaring the results of the 2022 municipal election for mayor, council seat 2, and 11 proposed charter amendments held on Tuesday, March 15, 2022, and providing for an effective date hereof. Whereas the municipal election was held on Tuesday, March 15, 2022, in the city of Oldsmar, Florida, to elect one person mayor, to elect one person to council seat 2, and to propose 11 charter amendments. And whereas the city charter states that the city clerk shall transmit the election returns to the canvassing board as appointed by the city council or the city council sitting as the canvassing board. And whereas the representatives of Pinellas County Supervisor of Elections Office tabulated the results of the election on March 15, 2022, and whereas the city clerk has received the certificate of county canvassing board certifying the results dated March 18, 2022, and is submitting those results to the city council sitting as the Oldsmar canvassing board on the 22nd day of March 2022 in accordance with the city charter. And whereas pursuant to the provisions of the city charter, it has been deemed necessary to declare the result of this election by resolution. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Oldsmar, Florida, in session duly and regularly assembled, Section 1, that a municipal election was held on March 15, 2022 as prescribed by the city charter of the City of Oldsmar, Florida. Section 2, that the results of this election were transmitted by the city clerk to the Oldsmar Canvassing Board in accordance with the city charter. Section 3, that the election of mayor shall be determined by the candidate receiving the highest number of votes for mayor. Section 4, that the election of council member for seat 2 shall be determined by the candidate receiving the highest number of votes for his or her seat. Section 5, that the adoption of the proposed charter amendment shall be determined by a majority of votes. Section 6, that the results of the election are reported as follows. For mayor, 3-year term, Dan Saraki, 1,469, Eric Seidel, 1,313. For council seat 2, a 3-year term, Doug Beavis, 1,197, Jared Buckman, 1,489. For number 1, proposed charter amendment, adding fire and emergency services to list of municipal functions, the yes votes were 2,284, the no votes were 372. For number 2, proposed charter amendment, remove reference to cable television and add charging stations, yes votes were 1,811, the no votes were 807. For number 3, proposed charter amendment requiring voter approval for the issuance of revenue bonds that exceed 10% of the assessed value of property in Oldsmar, the yes votes were 2,151, the no votes were 470. For number 4, proposed charter amendment authorizing City Council to impose charges and fees to those developing or redeveloping property, yes votes were 1,809, no votes 822. For number 5, proposed charter amendment, remove duplicate references to the city manager's appointment, compensation, and removal in section 4.02. The yes votes were 2,014, the no votes were 534. For number 6, proposed charter amendment, provide that appointments and promotions for city employees be made solely on the basis of merit and qualifications. Yes votes, 2,294, no votes, 327. For number 7, proposed charter amendment, provide that council members and city employees shall comply with the Florida Statute 112.313 with regard to any potential conflict of interest. The yes votes were 2,263, the no votes were 339. For number 8, proposed charter amendment, adding definition for nonpartisan elections. The yes votes were 2,088, the no votes were 473. For number 9, proposed charter amendment, provide for the review of the city charter at least once every 10 years. The yes votes were 1,981, the no votes were 619. For number 10, proposed charter amendment, provide for the review of the city's code of ordinances at least once every 10 years. The yes votes were 1,976, the no votes were 633. For number 11, proposed charter amendment, correction of typographical errors and gender references. The yes votes were 2,010, the no votes were 585. Section 7 of the resolution, that the canvassing board of the city of Oldsmar, Florida hereby directs the city clerk to publish the results of this election, and resolution 2022-07 shall be incorporated as part of the public records of the city of Oldsmar, Florida. Section 8, that the canvassing board of the city of Oldsmar, Florida hereby directs the city clerk to codify the charter amendments into the city charter of the city of Oldsmar, Florida. Section 9, that this resolution shall become effective immediately upon its passage and adoption. Mr. Vice Mayor, that was a reading of Resolution 2022-07 in its entirety.
Thank you, Tom, for that presentation. And now the chair will entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2022-07 as presented.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. City Clerk, please conduct a roll call.
Councilmember Graver?
Yes.
Elector Tartarzewski?
Yes.
Elector O'Brien?
Yes.
Councilmember Gannon?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Knapp?
Yes.
Resolution 2022-07 passes with 5 votes for and 0 against.
Thank you, Ann. With that being completed now, the city clerk will proceed with the swearing in of our council seat members and then the mayor. Ann, it's all yours.
Jared Buckman?
How are you shy?
Would you like to introduce your family?
Family. My wife, Megan, my son, Zach, my middle daughter, Abby, and my oldest daughter, Chase. I got that right.
Hold your right hand up and your left hand there, and then repeat after me. I, Jared Buckman,
I, Jared Buckman,
do affirm
do affirm
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the state of Florida
and the state of Florida
and the city charter
and the city charter
of the city of Oldsmar, Florida,
of the city of Oldsmar, Florida,
and
and that I am duly qualified to hold office
under the Constitution of the state,
under the Constitution of the state,
and faithfully perform the duties of council member
and faithfully perform the duties of council member
of the city of Oldsmar, Florida,
of the city of Oldsmar, Florida,
in accordance with the city charter.
in accordance with the city charter.
Congratulations, Councilmember Buckman.
Something or a lot? How much time do I have? Are you going to time me?
We have a meeting at 7.
Times. All right, so I did prepare something. I just forgot it over here. I'm going to stand here. Is that all right? First of all, thank you. I'm going to get emotional on this, but thank you to the citizens who've entrusted me to their voice to be on this council and be your voice. This was an amazing experience that I went through. First, I want to thank my friend and fellow citizen, Doug Beavis. Doug, it was an absolute honor to run against you, okay? I hope that I learned that from Andrew watching you over the years. All right, you got to bang the microphone. Doug, your passion and love for the city is amazing, and I hope you keep that alive and keep pushing us forward, keep doing what we need to do. You've got my phone number, and I know there are a lot of people out there that have voted for Doug, right, who may not have met me or whatnot. So my phone number will be available on the website or my email address. Reach out to me. I'm here for everyone. I also want to take a moment to thank everyone who supported me on the campaign. First, all of the council members, current and former, or not former yet, but when I had questions about what to do or questions about process, they were always there for me, and I really appreciate that. And you were amazing during this campaign. Your guidance, letting us know where that reporting was, where we needed to go, absolutely amazing. I don't see him here yet, but my campaign manager, Brian Ferris, my friend of many years, your amazing team of people, Chris and Matt and everybody there were amazing and were a big part of the success. To all the volunteers who helped me throughout this campaign, Lucinda, Christian, Eileen, just amazing work that you gave, and all the volunteers on this campaign, thank you. One particular volunteer, Don Grimmy, I know you're here somewhere. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate everything you did for me during this campaign. Jerry and Wanda Beaverland, I know Jerry's here somewhere. Jerry, you're an amazing resource. You will continue to be an amazing resource. You're an amazing part of this city, and I am honored to be a friend of yours and honored to hear and listen to your voice from time to time. To all my extended family and friends, and I know I'm going to miss some people, and there's no specific order here. Dave, Marty, Corey, Chris, Pam, Justin, Melissa, Ginger, Becky, all the Chatterton family, especially Papa. I don't see him here tonight. The Fishers, the Boyles, the Gamunts, all of my family, immediate family, the Buckmans, Chases, the Cohens, Iris Pastor, the Rogers, the Perones, both sides of them, the Howies, the Wings, the Murphys, the Beinhardts, and if I did miss you, I'm sure you'll let me know in the kindest way possible. To my immediate family, my brother Todd, amazing support through this. Your kids, Drea and Ari, my sister Amanda and her husband Greg, and their children Joshua and Julia. To my younger brother Brad and his wife Amy, and their one that's on the way, so we're looking forward to meeting that one here soon. Of all the people, all of my siblings, I was the long shot. I was the long shot to ever becoming an elected official, and I will be collecting on those debts soon. Zachary, you're probably not going to remember this night for what it is, but you're definitely going to remember this night. I know you will. You're a brilliant little kid, and I love spending time with you. Abby, you continue to amaze me every day. Our little battles are very special to me. Don't stop them. keep me in check. You do that so well, okay? And I know that everything that we're doing and everything we're going through are going to make you a stronger person and continue to challenge me. But no matter what, you're definitely not getting my credit card anytime soon. Chase, no, I'm not skipping you. I know my antics get to you sometimes and, well, maybe all the time, but you've grown into an amazing young woman who's going to do great things in your life. Your passion for these things are amazing, and you dive head first. You have a passion for things that is unmeasurable. You learn about the subject matter, especially when it comes to Star Wars. Especially when it comes to Star Wars. So to you, I say, live long and, no, wait, may the Force be with you. To all my children and my family, I know it's not been easy. I've tried to navigate the challenges of juggling my career and being a good father, adding in this campaign, and I fully admit that I may not have always got the balance right, but I hope that you've seen with hard work and determination and love, it can be done. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. I have to mention Megan, I guess. Finally, to my amazing wife, Megan, without her support in this journey, I would never be able to make it through the ups and downs of this campaign. We had our high moments, we had our low moments, but we got through it. When I met you so many years ago, you subsequently broke up with me 3 times. But I kept fighting. I kept coming back because I knew what I wanted. I knew what the plan was. I plan on bringing that same approach here for the citizens of our city. Megan, here we are, about to set sail on a new journey together and write a new chapter in our lives, and I couldn't think of anyone else who I'd want by my side on this journey. All right, so this election was tough. It was emotional, I believe very inspirational for all the citizens of Oldsmar, and especially the candidates. I want to thank Mayor Seidel, Mayor Beavis for their service to this community, and I hope you'll continue to be that voice in our community. Mayor Saraki-elect, I look forward to continuing the work that has been started to bring a vibrant downtown to our community. Unfortunately, we also saw the other side of elections, and I want to go back to my original speech when I kicked off my campaign, entitled "We Can Do Better," and just revisit some of those words. So on December 7th, I announced during my time meeting and talking to residents over the past months, I've had great conversations with residents about our great city. Some of the people I've talked to agreed with my views, some didn't. The fact of the matter is we went out, we spoke to the citizens, we heard their concerns, and they all wanted that small town. That's what I kept hearing. We moved here for the small town feel. I want to challenge the leaders, us. I want to challenge the city staff, the residents, to become better and have constructive conversations throughout this process. When I look at the citizens, I know we can do better. I know we can do better. Let's have conversations about our city, the projects, the directions we're going. Let's agree or disagree on things for our great city. Let's be passionate about our city and continue to work towards common goals. But, and I'm gonna get strong on this one, if you're unhappy about the process, attack the process. If you're unhappy about the plan, discuss and attack the plan. If you're unhappy with an elected official, a charter official, city staff, or another citizen, discuss your concerns. But in no way, shape, or form should we ever attack a citizen, elected official, charter official, or city staff member. We're a small town with big ideas, and we have a bright future, but we need to come together as a community. I believe those words. We must be as strong as a community. Tearing down people is not part of building a great community. With every word that we utter, with every action we take, we know our friends, our family, our fellow citizens, other cities are seeing who we are and what we've become. Rise above it, be the better person. I know it's in all of us. Over the past several years, I've attended many council meetings, and I've realized that all the business being performed up here by your elected officials, almost 95% of it, we all agree, or they've all agreed, I will agree in the future, right? But there's 5% that we disagree on. Are we really gonna tear down this city for 5%? It doesn't make sense, okay? So let's come together, let's have those discussions, let's build our downtown. And I'm humbled that I've earned this opportunity. And I've realized that 55% of you voted for me, 45% of you did not, but I'm here for 100% of you. My door is open, my phone is open, my email is open. Give me a call, reach out to me at any time. Thank you.
Councilmember Katie Gannon had qualified unopposed, and we're going to swear her in for her next term. And who do you have?
I have my mother, Sue McFarland, up here, who is the reason I am here in Oldsmar, actually, back in 1990 when we came here when I was 7. And Mr. Sean Rich here with me today supporting me. Thank you.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I, Katie Gannon, do solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida and the city charter of the city of Oldsmar, Florida. Duly qualified to hold office under the Constitution of the state and faithfully perform the duties of council member of the city of Oldsmar, Florida in accordance with the city charter. So help me God.
Congratulations, Councilmember Gannon.
Okay, so good news, everybody. I do not have a written speech. And honestly, the other good news is that Councilmember Buckman, sounds good, doesn't it? Said it all, honestly said it all. You know, I'm up here very gratefully and very humbly this evening looking around the room at all of the people that I have come to know and meet as a council member for the past 3 years. It was actually 3 years ago to the day. It was March 22nd, 2019 that I stood up here and took my oath 3 years ago. And being unopposed this time was especially, well, I'm not sure. What would you call it, Jared? Yeah. It was quite an election season. It was quite an election season, and to be unopposed means something very, very important and deeply meaningful to me, and it's trust. It's a deep trust that the public has placed in me to continue to carry out my duties as council member and representative of this city, and I do not take it lightly. I take it very seriously. And while it is, of course, easier to not to have to campaign, going forward, it is not easy to hold this office, as most of us know, and you're about to learn. It is one of the most incredible honors and privileges I've ever had to stand up before you all and to sit in that seat. I look around the room, I see Mayor Seidel, I see Mayor-elect Dan Saraki, I see former candidates Chris Bohr, I see Mayor Jerry Beaverland, Mayor Beavis. I'm not sure if Veronica's here. I'm so grateful to Ann Nixon, to Kathy Horvath, to Tom Trask, our charter officials, our incredible individuals, and Felicia's hiding over there trying to blend in with the paint, but our city manager, Felicia Donnelly, is a fantastic woman, and I am very grateful to be working with her. To my ladies of the Women's Club of Oldsmar. Yeah, they're here. I'm so grateful for all of your constant support, and let's face it, just general support, because toddlers. And I'm incredibly grateful to all of the people who have supported me at home and at work, the other work that pays a little more than this job. Sean and his girls, Paige and Allison, as well as my mom and dad, Sue and Scott, my sister Kelly, my brother Randy, and Kenny, and my kids, Jackson and Madison. And I look forward to the next 3 years of working, just as Jared said, to bring this community back together and to bring back the love, quite frankly. Bring back the love. So thank you all for your trust in me. I appreciate it.
I wonder what we should do next. Oh, you got your Bible. Okay. I know you got a lot of people here. I do. You want to introduce you?
This is my wife, Paula, who I am grateful for all she does. This is my daughter, Deanna May, and my other two daughters, Danielle and Dana, are watching live on TV right now.
Raise your right, and then repeat after me, please.
Dan Saraki. Do solemnly swear. I will support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and the state of Florida and the city charter of the city of Oldsmar, Florida. Qualified to hold office under the Constitution of the state and faithfully perform the duties of mayor of the city of Oldsmar, Florida, in accordance with the city charter. So help me God.
Congratulations, Mayor Sarah. I'm almost afraid to give you this.
Thank you, Ann. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody, for being here. My speech is not as long as Jared's. I do want to start out, very important. I want to say thank you to Mayor Seidel. Clean campaign, this is what this city's all about. He's a great mayor for this city. I am honored to have worked with him, and I've learned so much from Mayor Seidel. Thank you, Eric. Now it's time I want to introduce some people. My brother, Larry. My sister-in-law, Diane. My sister, Carol. Larry, first of all, let me start with Larry and Diane and my nephew, Todd and Tracy. They drove down from Georgia to be here today. Thank you guys for coming. I have a short story about my brother I got to share. So I was in high school, and my brother worked for an AMC car dealership, and he used to bring home those AMX Javelins and those Gremlins. Well, one day he came home and he said, Danny, I just found you a 1967 Pontiac Firebird. I wish I still had that car today. But he's the one that got me involved in classic cars. My sister Carol is here, my brother-in-law Bill, and my nephew Brian from Buffalo, New York. My sister Carol, the young boy, took care of me. My brother-in-law Bill was our best man at Paul and our wedding. And Brian is my godson. Thank you again for coming, guys. So one short story about my sister. I was the age of 4 or 5, and does anybody in this room remember those cap guns where you put those little caps in there and they go pop, pop, pop? Well, one day, the caps ran out. Well, I didn't know anything about it, so I took the gun and I smashed her over the head. Blood was everywhere. My father came out and he taught me a lesson how to respect people that day. And I'll tell you right now, I learned that lesson, and to this day, I still respect everyone. Thank you, Carol. My daughter, Deanna. My son-in-law, my son, I call him my son, the only son I have, well, I have Josh too, but my son, Roman, and my 3 grandsons. This is Alexander, this is Mark Anthony Colton, and little Varden Matthew is sleeping. He fell asleep for the big day. As I mentioned, my daughter, Dana and Danielle, and my other granddaughters, Daisy and Hannah, they are watching live up in New York. Hi, guys. Thank you so much. And I want to say a hello to my family in Poland. I know you're out there watching. That's another story for another day. But I know you're all out there watching. And God bless you and thank you. First Lady Paula. Doesn't that sound good? Paula has been amazing in this whole journey throughout our marriage, through this career. She always has supported me to run for city council. She supported me 100% to run for mayor. She is an amazing individual, and it takes a teamwork of 2 people like that to be successful. And Paula, I thank you for everything you have done. And just so you know, this is just getting started. One person I want to recognize is Jerry Beaverland being here. Jerry, you have no idea how much you have helped me when I first became a council member. You are a mentor of mine, and I want to thank you for everything you have taught me about the history of our city, about being a servant to the people of this city. That means so much to me, and I just wanted to make sure I thanked you for that. Doug Beavis, I appreciate everything you've done for the city of Oldsmar. It means a world to me, sitting up on council and serving with you as our mayor. I learned a lot from you too. Thank you very much, Doug Beavis, Mayor Beavis. The fun part, all the volunteers that came out to help me with this campaign is just incredible. I don't want to mention everybody's names because a lot of them are here, and I am grateful and thankful for all of your help and all of your support. It means so much to me, and I am so grateful. Thank you to everyone. Next, I want to thank the people of Oldsmar who, when I went door to door, invited me into their homes. That was an amazing adventure, knocking on people's doors and meeting the citizens of this people. They voiced their opinions, they voiced what they wanted for this city, and let me tell you this, I listened, and we are going to make things happen. Thank you to the citizens of Oldsmar. Last but not least, I want to thank the entire city council, Tom Trask, Felicia Donnelly, our city manager, and Ann Nixon for all your help during this campaign. You've been a staple in helping with all the paperwork and all the freaking financial stuff drives you crazy. But anyways, thank you guys for all your hard work, and to the city staff and everybody up here, thank you. I am really excited about our city's future. We want to remember one thing, this council, we're all a team. We're going to work together as a team to get things done for our city. It's just not me as the mayor of the city. It's all of us, all 5 of us. And over the next couple of weeks, several months, we're all going to work together to get things done. God bless each and every one of you, the city of Oldsmar, the state of Florida, the United States of America. Let's get to work.
He's just going to do something.
All right, we are on a little bit of a time crunch, but we have just a few moments that the city manager, Felicia Donnelly, would like to pass off some gifts to former mayor now, Eric Seidel. Thank you, Felicia.
Yeah, good afternoon. I would like to invite any current elected official, any former elected official, any charter officials to come up to where I am, if that wouldn't be too much of an inconvenience. Former Mayor Beavis, former Mayor Beaverland. So it's a unique tradition here in Oldsmar that the city manager present the outgoing mayor with his very own street sign. So I wanted to present this to Mayor Seidel, the city staff, if you guys could help me hold on to this. But so the city staff get together and they really thoughtfully come up with what that last thing should be. So whether there's a lot of different words for name of a roadway. And so if you look that up, it's like hundreds probably. But so city staff picked out that it should be Seidel Key. And that's because that they know that the mayor lives on the water. He loves Key West. And so we wanted the connection to the water for your street sign. So we wanted to present this to you and thank you on behalf of everyone here. I'm going to speak for you guys, but thank you so much for 9 years of service to your community in this position, in a city council position or mayor. And then that doesn't include time that you spent on the Board of Adjustments and the Fire Pension Board. And that doesn't include any of the other volunteer, these are just city appointments. So, so thank you so much for all that you have done for the city of Oldsmar. So.
All right, so we have another gift. You have your street sign, but we need you to remember what your house looks like. So we have a watercolor printout of the bank building for you.
Tell him, Katie.
Trying to get in the group. We got 5 minutes.
Right here. All right, now over here.
Meeting adjourned.
Hey, I was going to say something. I can't find the mic because somebody took it. I just wanted to...
Real quickly, tonight's all about the new, right? I mean, it's an exciting time for our city, but I do want to take this opportunity to thank my family for all the years and support, all the folks who worked on the elections. No matter what campaign you were on, that's what makes elections work, is people who volunteer. It's part of our process. Let me just say this. Let me thank all of the citizens for allowing me the privilege to have served you and to have served as mayor. It has been more than an honor, it has really been my privilege. And so let me just close by saying this. Mayor Siraki, where's he at? It's a tough job, and you have my support, and I'd ask all of our citizens to understand how important it is for them to rally behind you, to support you. On a personal level, you are more than this city's new mayor, you are my mayor. So God bless you. Thank you all.